Alright, it wants us to pick up. Okay, we are there. But now I think we need to reposition ourselves. Stand up. For you to be seen. Yeah, you can see it, I think, there. I don't know why it gives me this every time. Hello, guys. Yes, that's done. What are we going to? Yeah. What are you seeking? Today, guys, I'm joined by Das the Roosters, and he's going to introduce himself. Just tell us what is your name, and people would like to know you. Guys, welcome to my channel, Lady Mart MWS. What are we seeking today? What are we seeking?
Hi, doing Human 22 Streeter. I'm your assistant.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Salutations. My name is Das Lucius.
Sorry for that. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. My name is Das Lucius, the National Youth Coordinator for Deaf Blind Malawi Vihima. I'm also one of the deaf blind Malawians, and as well as a student currently in Form 3 at St. Patrick's High School in Malawi. So yeah, that's me. And yes, as you have said, today I've joined you, and we have something that we are going to talk about. So I would urge you to be with us and throughout this conversation.
Yeah, I think we have one joining us. All right, okay. Welcome. Yes, so what are we going to... yeah, my question is, what are you seeking, as a deaf blind person in terms of travel and tourism in Malawi? Which areas are you looking forward for change in terms of tourism and this?
And we are seeking for friendly services that are in the tourism sector. Because when we look at the tourism sector that is in Malawi, it's not that friendly to those with deaf blindness. For example, I would tell you the tourism sector has got hotels, has got different places where persons can go and get accommodation. But most of these hotels or lodges or motels are not constructed in a way that those with the deaf blindness can access the services at ease. I would give you an example. In most of the hotels, when you go there, they provide menu.
Yeah.
And in Malawi, we don't have braille. They don't braille that information, which is a bit difficult. For example, if I've gone at a hotel, I have to get somebody to read on my behalf, to read for me, which is a bit challenging.
Yeah.
Even the mobility. It is said that each and every hotel has to have maybe recording charts, whereby when we have entered into a room, we can know the geographical setting of that particular hotel through reading. But it's unfortunate that in our hotels in Malawi, we don't have broad information that explains how mobility can be easily done by us with the deaf blindness. So it's a bit challenging. And also the issue to do are not trained, are not aware of how they can speak to us persons with the deaf blindness. So I see that tourism in Malawi is really facing problems. And those problems are also subjected to those with deaf blindness, because the challenges are not addressed so that persons with deaf blindness are also accessing the services, the tourism services, in a friendly manner. So yeah.
All right. So you have talked about the hotels.
Yes.
Yes. So, and you have talked about the menu. The hotels have to be accessible. The menus must be accessible. And you have also talked about the what did you say?
I've talked about the issue to do with recording charts to explain the geographical mobility, the geography of the place.
The geographical charts, to explain about the mobility of the hotel.
The hotel,
yes. What about in terms of the natural, right? The natural in terms of hiking, in terms of the swimming, because I know persons with disabilities that sometimes they do swim, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, for those who are in the tourism sector, what can you tell them?
Okay. Yes, it's indeed that you have talked about the issue to do with maybe hiking. For example, swimming that you have said, yes, we all of us are capable of doing that.
Yeah.
But the problem is that you sometimes just go. Okay. Let me give you an example. I personally went to a certain hotel whereby people were like saying, we have a swimming pool. So we have a swimming pool. I was much interested to go and to swim there. So when we went there, what was the problem was that those who were not having any problem, they would say, "Can you wait here? We'll come and talk to you once we are done with swimming." So I was like, can I not also swim? So they were like, with how it has been designed, it's not possible for you. So you cannot manage it as you are not you're not able to see, you're not able to hear. So it's a bit difficult for you to swim. So I was like, how is it? I tried to know how the swimming pool was designed, but the guys were like. But with how we are saying.
And how did you feel when they said it's not accommodating you? The pool cannot accommodate you, and yet you were ready to get into the pool.
I grew much interest into it, but having realized that it is not accommodative, I became disillusioned. That is more than disappointed. I became disillusioned because I did not expect it, because I was thinking that each and every maybe each and every infrastructure is constructed in a way that is friendly to those with disability. They do have fun. They enjoy swimming, same as with us. We also have to enjoy it. So it was a bit disillusionment, because I felt like I'm not in the world. Maybe I'm somewhere, because when this was designed, maybe they did not think about me. Yet I'm in the existence So it was very painful. But I think it's also high time that these hotels have to make sure that each and every infrastructure that they are building, that they are developing, it should be friendly to those. Talking of swimming pools, talking of mobility, talking of each and every, like the information to do with the even menus. There shouldn't be just has to be full of Malawians that are all active. So when we are maybe building infrastructures that are not going to make other people active in our society, I think that is going to bring discrimination. So let's avoid that, and let's make sure that in all our activities, our course swimming, I heard that
it is exactly, it is.
Is it?
It is, yes.
Okay, so imagine if I grew into, I don't know, maybe maybe one day I'll be in a competition of swimming, So, yeah. So,
Olympics,
Yeah.
Malawi Olympics, and I think people are also preparing for that.
Yes. Yeah. So
they have started.
Let's So maybe for each and every, for including each and every person, each and every sporting activity. Like these swimming pools are not done compete in that competition. Exactly. So that means we are automatically excluding the other group of people in our country.
Yes.
So there you can see there is a need for us to maybe design like those recreational should also enjoy them, and in the process, maybe we may develop some talents in them. So yeah.
That's true. Welcome, my viewers. Welcome. If
Welcome
you're
once
new, yes,
Yeah.
just click that like button, the subscribe, please, for more sensitization issues and what do I do
And more awareness issues
on tourism?
on tourism, travel, and
yes, and
entertainment.
So today we're just trying this lunch hour to interact with you guys, to look seeking for a way forward on issues of that's what we are trying to see. Accessibility. We talk about the mobility issues in terms of using local minibuses here in Malawi. In Malawi, we call them minibuses, and now they have been introduced of the centers. We call them there like taxi
operators.
Say them they are taxi operators because they just load
from
one place to another place, and we're calling it center.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And in some communities are calling it kabaza. So, but kabaza is the motorbikes.
It's only for motorbike. Yeah, in English we would say public transport. Because I'm the one who is coming from the rural setting, so I'm aware of that. We are all coming from there, and we're all coming from there. In the rural city, general public transport, either minibus, either or motorbike or we call all those forms of transport called kabanza. Yeah. So just to interact with you guys, we are seeking the way forward. Is that so? Yeah. In terms of disability and travel and tourism in Malawi. What do you say about this topic? And in terms of the transport issue, the minibuses, kabaza, or we can say motorbike transport issues. What else can you say about this in terms of this, like the transport issues and persons with disabilities? Okay, it's indeed that it's really Malawi is one of the developing the least developing countries, whereby our mode of transport are not that well developed. So it's a bit challenging. For example, I'll give you an example from my own personal experience. To travel from home to school, I only use the public transport, the Kabanza transport. Yeah. I'll be putting it Kabanza transport. The Kabanza transport. The Kabanza transport. Because was it the bike or the minibus? Okay, we use both. Okay. From home, we use Kabanza of motorbike. And then we use minibus at a certain training. We are saying I use both because the other road is impossible for minibuses. As I've said that Malawi's forms of transport are not that well developed. So we use first kabaza of motorbike, and then we use the other kabaza of minibus to the school now. Yeah, it's a bit challenging because you cannot travel on your own. Yeah. You cannot travel on your own due to lack of mobility materials. In Malawi, most of those with disabilities do not have, more especially those with deaf blindness or other disabilities. We don't have mobility canes. Yeah. White canes, we cannot travel on our own. We all depend on somebody to be with us on the journey up until where we want. So it's a bit challenging. And then also with the issue to do with maybe awareness, it's not that well much in Malawi. And I will maybe encourage for those that are maybe watching us, that are also enjoying this conversation. maybe to help us in raising awareness among those rather transport service providers, because they even know how they don't know even how to help for those with disabilities,
Yeah.
in particular deaf blindness. Because I'll give you an example of maybe sometimes we fail even to get a change because people don't know how to communicate with us.
Yeah.
And some of even those transport service providers, they even take advantage of us persons with disabilities to cheat us on issues to do with money.
Oh, my viewers, that's the real challenge that a lot of persons with visually impaired also are facing.
Yeah.
And that means all those that are having like sensory impairments of like sight and hearing.
And as well, so that's what
they're facing that. So guys, what is your comment from your countries? So yes, that's welcome everyone who is joining. Continue.
You are most let me also welcome them because we are talking. So let me also welcome you as you have just joined, and we are having a conversation. We are seeking a way forward on travel and tourism issues regarding disability in Malawi. So yes, I was talking about the challenges that we are facing in Malawi in terms of transport issues. I've said, to travel from home to your destination, it's a bit challenging in Malawi. As I've said, that most of us, we don't have materials that can enable us to travel on our own, like white hands, like so it's a big challenge. We have to get somebody to help us to our respective destination where we want. And the issue to do with the poor communication between us and those public transport providers. You see that sometimes you feel that maybe you have covered a distance of 1,000 kwacha, and then you give them 2,000 kwacha for them to give you a change of 1,000 kwacha. But they can just even give you 500 kwacha, saying you have covered the distance of 1,500 kwacha. Yet they were supposed to give you that 1,000 kwacha, but they have just given.
Okay, there's someone who has joined us. Welcome for joining. Please interact with us. Dust is just sharing us and is just trying to request or seeking for a way forward in issues of disability and travel tourism in Malawi. So welcome. Don't forget to like and also comment. Give a comment on the issues that we are trying to seek
a way forward.
To seek a way forward on. So Duster, he is deaf and blind. He has total blindness. He can see, but hearing, he has a partial.
Yeah.
Just tell us about your disability a little bit.
Okay. Yes, my disability, as you have said, is that of deaf blindness. We call it deaf blindness, whereby a person or one individual is not able to see and hear at the same time. But the different categories of it, whereby it can happen that somebody is total in terms of deaf, and as well as total in terms of deafness. But sometimes it can happen that one of these senses is partial and the other one is total. Like in my case, I'm total in blindness, but I'm partial in terms of hearing. I can only use my right ear. Sometimes it happens that both senses are partial. So yeah, those are four categories of deaf blindness. In my case, I was born, I would say normal, because by then I was able to see. And
I think someone told me to say we shouldn't be using normal or what.
Okay.
But you were born
without disability. Okay. Yeah. I was born without disability. But
because everyone is normal.
Yeah, everybody is normal.
Yeah.
It was just. It was just.
Yes, my viewers, wherever you are, yes, never use the word normal.
No more, yeah, because we are all normal.
Sensitization channel. No, there is no one who is normal.
And there's nobody who is born abnormal.
Abnormal.
We are all normal.
We are all normal.
Yes.
So a person with or without. That's
yeah.
the way to use. Those are the terminologies that we need to be using.
Yes. Okay, so I was born without disability.
Yes.
in the first place. But I once succumbed to cancer,
All right.
a disease which resulted into destruction of the two senses. I started with I started grappling with blind issues. I became blind first, and then the issue to do with the deafness has just been developing I think day by day, up until now that I'm now partial in terms of hearing, but total in terms of blind.
So it means if I take my voice too low, you won't hear me.
I wouldn't.
I should still keep my vocal.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the only good way of communicating with me. And to those that are watching us, the viewers, maybe they can acknowledge that you have sat to my right hand side.
Yeah.
This is the bigger reason that she has sat to my right hand. If she was on my left hand side, I wouldn't have been getting her.
So everyone meeting you has to be at your
Yeah. For those that maybe
Your right hand.
your
right
right
side.
should be to my right hand side. Always.
So it means the left side you can't pick anything.
Yeah. It peaks, but not that much. Yeah, sometimes it's only when maybe somebody is far can hear that particular somebody using the left ear, but I hear that voice from a different angle.
Okay.
Like for example, if somebody's my left, far left, and then is speaking there, I'll get him as if he has sat to my right hand side. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
that's the
All right.
problem.
I'm just like, because I'm learning something.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think next time when meeting you, I'll never make any mistakes.
Yeah.
Left side. I'll just make sure to be at your
right
side.
Yeah, so that's what it means. That's what it is, the viewers. So that's my disability. But currently, I'm doing my secondary education at St. Patrick's.
Secondary education, I've been also continuing to say this is a high school.
So I'm doing that type of education at St. Patrick's High School, based in Chilazu. Yeah, there, and I'm in Form 3. Currently, I've just written my JCE, and I passed my JCE.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
The JCE in Malawi, it's a reintroduced government examinations that you write when you're in Form 2 or you're in grade 2 at high school. So yeah, that's what we have done.
We miss some people there. Join me. All right. Yes. That's done. We can go ahead. I think it's back. It was reconnecting. My goodness. Yeah, that's it. Yes, there. So, how has been the school and yeah.
Okay. In terms of education, in Malawi it's a bit challenging. For you to grasp lessons, it's a bit challenging because most of us we don't have assistive devices that we can use to ease the learning processes. And even also the teaching and learning materials in Malawi, we don't have them. Talking of maybe Peggy's players.
Yeah, we have Gloria.
Anthems. Yeah.
Gloria says hello.
Huh?
He's saying hello. Greetings, host and everyone. So you are the one who's
Wow.
hosting.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Gloria, for joining.
Yes.
And yeah. Yes, Gloria. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, we are much.
Oh, she says her network is very bad. I hope you'll be joining. Yes, even here in Malawi, we are also experiencing that problem, and we're just trying to interact, and we know. Anyway, the network will come back smoothly,
And we hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I was talking about the issues to do with education, just to give maybe a brief experience of problems that deaf-blind students are facing in Malawi. Yes, materials are not that available for us to use. We are talking of picking sprayers, we are talking of hand frames, we are talking of orbit leaders which can ease our learning processes, but it's not that well in Malawi. So even also the schools, we do have only few, and when I'm saying few, it's only one institution that I know in Malawi that provides uh, only basic education for deaf-blind learners. So it's a bit challenging, and that institution is also it was also established by the missionaries.
Yeah.
But the government it does not have any school that can accommodate learners with deaf blindness. But we should thank it because there are so many legal frameworks and as well as policies that are designed for ensuring that learners with deaf blindness or disabilities in general are having their education. But we don't have materials, we don't have schools, we don't have even well-trained and qualified teachers, specialist teachers that can help those with deaf blindness in particular to grasp their lessons. So it's a bit challenging. It's a bit hard to swallow in Malawi in terms of education to those with disabilities.
Now, in terms of we are back. What do you think it can? What do you think the travel and tourism sector can do on the three issues? Was it three or four? Four issues that you mentioned in terms of the mobility, about the hotels, about the menus in the restaurants, about the track you mentioned.
Okay. Yes. Indeed, as a nation, we have to wake up to work towards all these challenges that we have said. The first thing is the implementation of what we have on the paper. Malawi, we have so many good policies as well as legal frameworks that, if implemented, can ease the challenges that we are facing persons with disabilities. And when I'm saying implementation, implementation has to start from the government, the ministry responsible, and even other relevant stakeholders. Recently, we have seen the minister moving around, closing down some hotels who have failed to renew their hotel and what do they call it? Hotel and lodge licenses. Yeah, I think something like that. Licenses. I think this is also high time that the minister would have been moving around and closing institutions or closing hotels and lodges that have failed to make sure that their infrastructures are friendly to those with disabilities.
Yes.
I think this should be implemented by the minister. I was a bit disappointed seeing that the minister is, yes, of course, but the minister left other aspect of maybe implementation. Because the other sector, the other issue that would have been also tackled would have been this. They would have been closely monitoring these hotels if they are complying with what policies, the accessibility policies that we have in Malawi. If these hotels and lodges are complying with it. And the other issue is that maybe the disability department under the social welfare and community development ministry, I think it would have been in talks with the Malawi, I think, is it Minibus Owners Association of Malawi?
Yes, Minibus Association of Malawi.
Yeah, I think more. Yeah, it would have been in talks with it to ensure that even those public transport service providers, they're even aware of how these persons with disabilities, in particular deaf blindness, can they be assisted?
That reminds me of there was a certain day when I was traveling going to Lilongwe.
Yeah.
Then there was another passenger with physical disability with a wheelchair. And then you can say the bus conductress was trying to tell the individual to say, you are also going to pay for the wheelchair.
Yes. So
I was so surprised to say, how can he pay double just because of the legs? Because the wheelchair is a leg for that person. It's a leg.
Yeah.
So are they going to also tell us to double because we are going with our physical legs? Because the wheelchair is a physical leg for a person with physical disability.
And also, we have been I as a youth coordinator, I've been receiving several complaints regarding on this. Those with disabilities in Malawi sometimes are charged together with the not together but separate.
You say separate
with
their
the wheelchair. How can somebody with the legs be charged, saying, okay, yes, you are able to walk, but you are going to pay with your legs? It's not possible. They cannot say that. So even those with disabilities, if they have got a wheelchair, and that would have been agreed by more.
Those that are viewing, do you is it the same in your country?
Is it the same?
You are not a person with disability, or you are a person with disability, you are watching.
Have you ever experienced
it
before?
this?
And if you have experienced it before, what was your take? Because when these issues have happened, I think we should report them. It's not good for somebody to be charged separately with his or her wheelchair.
Because there's no space to put that. The buses, let's make sure the owners of the buses, they have to know this, because in Malawi or elsewhere, I don't know. I don't think there's another country that they don't have persons with disabilities.
I don't think so.
Persons with disabilities are all over. And in Malawi, what we are looking for is to say, let's make sure to put our what can we say? Our buses,
our transport service friendly to those even with disabilities.
Yes.
Persons with disabilities should not be worrying when they want to travel from one place to another. They should know that the service that I'm going to receive is going to be good. So as a country, we have to look into all this. We have to make sure that persons with disability, because you cannot say, yes, of course, you're going to cover a distance of 500 kwacha, and
you're going to
you are going to pay 800 or 1,000 kwacha simply because
some conductors, drivers, they double that.
They double. As a country, we have to be concerned. We have to be worried about this, because it's not something that we can be proud of. As a country, I don't know how to say it, but it's very pathetic. As a country, we have to look into that, and I would call upon the attention from the stakeholders. They should hold mediation talks with the Members Owners Association of Malawi more to address this challenge. And this challenge has to be addressed as soon as possible, because persons with disabilities are facing it almost on a daily basis. For example, those that work away from their home, they do travel almost on a daily basis. They are asked to pay double price, which is something very
it's very bad.
No. So
and it's not only those with physical disabilities. There's also something has to happen with those with visual impairment and the deaf blindness, because you guys, as you said, white canes are very scarce
in Malawi,
and for you guys to move, you always look for assistance, and you are trying to maybe to go to Zomba, or you want to come to Blantyre, you are coming from somewhere else, like how you traveled, you were looking for someone who you would trust to say that's your guide and assistant.
Yes.
And then for you to get a bus, you're supposed also to
Pay
make a budget of
for
two.
that person. You see,
So
that person.
maybe if there can be another, like I say, a move
Alternative.
or an alternative to say, if you're moving with someone, then the assistant will pay half of it.
Yeah, maybe it should be
It
like
can
that.
be better to say,
Yeah, it can be.
someone with blindness moving somewhere with an assistant to assist. That individual doesn't have anything for mobility to move out
Yeah.
or to go somewhere.
Alone.
You don't have a white cane or what, and you can't move alone. You want an assistant, and the assistant has to pay the bus fare, half of it.
Yeah.
You pay
That
the
can-
full fare, but
And
the
then the other
assistant
one.
half. Yes, half. Of
If
it.
we are covering a distance of 500 kwacha, that means I'm going to pay 500 kwacha. But the assistant maybe should pay 250.
250.
250 kwacha,
Yes.
making a total price of 750.
But I don't know if it can really happen. I don't know.
There's nothing that is not possible.
Yeah.
With good talks, we can put it into action, and that can happen. And it's very pathetic that somebody just to assist you, or it's the same issue with the wheelchair that we are talking about.
And I think
to
also
talk about the price simply because the other one.
it's one of the things that
just to assist,
is putting a lot of persons with sensory impairments, or we can say visual impairment, a lot indoors because or out of social entertainment,
Yeah.
just because they always feel to say, when I want to go somewhere, maybe it's a private thing, means I need to make someone to be there, no privacy will be there.
Privacy, no, even it is also going to put me in what? In poverty, because I'm going to spend a lot. You see?
So it's better I just be at home.
I better just be home, So that is the encouraging the antisocial spirit, which is not supposed to be. Because everybody has got a right to socialize, So
That's true. I think that will be another topic one of these days.
Yeah.
And I think it has to be live, or it has to just be on the. I think we should just get a content on that,
Yeah.
or it will be just a live thing. So, my viewers, wherever you're watching from, anytime you're watching it, wait for the new one.
New one. Just a summary of what we have talked about. We have looked at the challenges that Malawi's travel and tourism sector is facing, problems that have engulfed the tourism and travel sector, that are also making the disability sector to also have problems. Now, we have stated some of the measures that the government can put in place to ensure that these challenges are addressed. So, the way forward is that, as a nation, as a country, we have to address these challenges so that we are promoting the right to socialization of those with the deaf blindness, with the deaf blindness or disability in general. Because in our conversation, we have realized that all these challenges are promoting the antisocial spirit, or the antisocial way of living among those with a disability. So the government should maybe, and anybody should also put in place measures to ensure that we are demoralizing this kind of spirit of antisocial. Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we have interacted with at 1 hour. Is it 1 hour? Almost an hour. Yes, guys, my viewers, if you have anything, maybe what we have shared, or you also have something to say about it, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So today I was interacting with Dr. Lucius, and we are trying to seek for a way forward in different issues, but we are focusing on travel and tourism and disability in Malawi. Disability, travel, and tourism. So what is your say about it? And if you're just joining us, welcome. But we are coming to the end of our conversation of the live, and wait for a real video on this issue because I'll upload it tomorrow. So be right there, wait for it, and so that you can watch the real video of it. This was just an introduction because he just found me this during lunch hour. And he said, oh no, I had this challenge in terms of me to move here to that place, to move here to that place. So
And
I want
some
to
of the
talk
challenges that I've said, I've experienced them on my way when I was coming here.
Yeah, and you know, it is not only you who told me about restaurant menus or hotel menus, you know, and about the mobility in hotels. So this is something I think I have to make a content on this to say we really need to see a change. And persons with disabilities are saying, those with blindness are saying they don't want someone to whisper to them to their ear just to know what is on the table, what the restaurant is offering. They want to just to receive the menu and then they read and make their own choice. And when the waiter is there, they want to tell the waiter, I want chips and chicken, I want gizzards, I want this and that, I need jewelries. Not someone to come and whisper. And it's very challenging for Duster because a restaurant waiter cannot recognize that Duster is deaf and blind.
So it's because sometimes people feel like I'm just when they speak and then I get them.
They always think like they are just blind. And yet you also have a challenge in hearing. So if the restaurants they come up with that, and my viewers, it's not today only that we are hearing about the menu issue here. You know, I had a video. Someone was talking about the menus they have to be in Braille also. So this is and it's not only in Malawi. I don't know the other countries. If you have that, share us your experience. In my country, when I go to this hotel, I always find a Braille menu on table, and it's easy for me to get food or a meal. So please share. So maybe Malawi can be one of the countries to learn from your country. So please give a comment, and if you really like this content, please like and also subscribe. Is it what? Subscribe. Subscribe. Kindly subscribe and share the link for more content. This is just a taste of it. Just give me, spice me up so that I bring more. And because if you spice me, if you put a comment, if you get into my lives, if you interact with me, interact with my guests that I will be interacting with, it is going to spice me, and then I'll go to boom and bring in more content on it. So what are you going to say, Dustin?
Finally, is that I think our conversation has benefited a lot of viewers because they have known what is happening in Malawi.
And of course, I know a lot of people are going to view because I think we had few viewers, but I know we are going to just save it into the channel, and the people I think are going to view
So mine also is a repeat to even those that have learned what we have seen, maybe what we have been talking about. As Malawi, this is indeed high time for us to change, to ensure that there is inclusion in all aspects, so that a certain group should not be excluded from the society. Let's make sure that we are providing a conducive environment for all. I'm saying for all. I've not excluded anybody. So which means persons with disabilities are also in that in that all weight. So let's make sure that we are providing conducive environment for all.
So thank you very much, Dustin, for joining me.
Thank you for joining. I'm glad that you allowed me to express what I've experienced.
Oh no, guys, please. If you're watching, don't forget to also visit
my YouTube channel.
He has introduced a YouTube channel.
Yes, I've introduced.
And what is it called?
D.U. Lucius.
Just go D.U.
Just
Lucius.
D.U. Lucius. Lucius.
Just spell it again.
D.U. space Lucius.
So don't forget, please, kindly, if you're one of my subscribers, if you're a new subscriber, Support him.
Support me and
support.
and you'll be
support
knowing
him.
more, because I'll be bringing a lot of content concerning the challenges that the deafblind community is facing in Malawi. So, and also I'll be bringing some of the successes that persons with deaf blindness in Malawi have made. So just visit me on that channel, and you'll be knowing a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, so don't forget, we'll say now bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for support.
Yes.
To all those who supported.